Here's what nobody tells you about rookie tournaments. They're where future NHL stars are made or broken. And today's matchup between the LA Kings and Anaheim Ducks prospects just delivered drama that had scouts frantically scribbling notes. Game details. Teams: Los Angeles Kings prospects, 0-1 record, versus Anaheim Ducks prospects, 0-1 record. Event: 2025 Golden State Rookie Faceoff. Second game. Schedule: Sunday, September 14th at 1 p.m. Pacific. Venue: Great Park Ice 5-Point Arena, located in Irvine, California. Viewing options: SLVR broadcast on Samsung TV platforms, plus live streaming through lakings.com official website. Social media coverage provided by @DooleyLAK and @LAKings on Twitter. Final score: Los Angeles 3, Anaheim 1. But here's where it gets controversial. Was this really a fair representation of both teams' talent levels? Let's dive into the action that unfolded period by period. Third period breakdown. The final 20 minutes kicked off with both teams knowing this was their last chance to make an impression. At 18:08, Anaheim's Washe finally cracked the code against Kings netminder George with a power play strike that was absolutely unstoppable. The goal came via a perfectly executed one-timer from the prime scoring area, with multiple bodies creating chaos in front of the net. Even the most elite goaltenders would have struggled with that setup. George had zero chance on this beautifully orchestrated play that cut the deficit to 3-1. Second period action. This middle frame is where the real fireworks began, and it's the part most people miss when they only check final scores. At 17:04, Koehn Ziemmer broke the scoreless deadlock in spectacular fashion. Liam Greentree demonstrated the kind of hockey IQ that separates good prospects from great ones, threading a pass that hit Ziemmer perfectly in stride for a clean breakaway opportunity. Ziemmer's finish was clinical, low blocker side with precision that veteran goalies would appreciate. This marked Ziemmer's second goal in 2 games, while Greentree's playmaking ability continued to turn heads. At 12:17, we witnessed something you don't typically see in these showcase events: a good old-fashioned hockey fight. Nate Corbett, playing on a tryout contract and desperately trying to earn a spot, dropped the gloves in what many would call a calculated risk. The 6'2" defenseman from Kelowna's WHL squad clearly understood that sometimes making an impression requires more than just skill. It demands showing you're willing to stand up for teammates. While Corbett didn't win the bout, his willingness to engage showed character that coaches notice. Kenny Connors extended the Kings' advantage to 2-0 at 11:30 with a power play conversion that highlighted his under-the-radar effectiveness. Connors might not possess flashy skills that grab headlines, but he consistently finds himself in the right place at crucial moments, a trait that often translates beautifully to professional hockey success. Then came the moment that had everyone talking. At 10:21, Anaheim goaltender Tomas Suchanek experienced every goalie's nightmare scenario, attempting a routine rim around behind his own net. Suchanek somehow managed to bank the puck directly into his own goal. These are the moments that can haunt a young player's confidence, but they're also learning experiences that build mental toughness. Carter George continued his stellar performance throughout the period, making several key saves despite Anaheim outshooting the Kings. His ability to stay composed under pressure suggested he's ready for bigger challenges ahead. First period foundation. The opening 20 minutes set a cautious tone as both teams felt each other out. The Kings earned their first power play opportunity at 16:30, but couldn't capitalize, showing less sharpness than they displayed in their previous contest. At 12:43, George faced his first real test on a partial breakaway, making a confident right shoulder save that established early momentum. The period's most surprising moment came at 8:48, when Jared Wright, not typically known for physical altercations during his University of Denver career, engaged in the game's first fight with Jackson Weeb. This unexpected display of toughness demonstrated Wright's commitment to adapting his game for professional hockey's demands. Anaheim's first power play chance arrived at 4:48, following a Lawrence penalty for hitting Solberg, Anaheim's 2024 first-round draft selection. George capped off an impressive opening period with a spectacular glove save at 2:42, stretching across his body to snare a puck moving against the grain of play. The kind of athletic display that gets general managers' attention. Lineup breakdown. The Kings iced a forward group featuring Greentree centering Connors and Ziemmer on the top line, with Jamson, Lawrence, and Wright forming the second unit. The third line showcased Isogai between Hughes and Chauvin, while O'Hara, Lombardi, and Mastrodonato rounded out the forward depth. Defensively, the pairing of Corbett with Dvorak provided size and grit. Kirsanov teamed with Berzutsevits for skill and mobility, and Woolley paired with Celine offered balanced two-way play. George earned the starting assignment in goal with Scholl backing him up. And this is the part most people miss. Rookie tournaments aren't just about individual statistics. They're about proving you can handle pressure, adapt to different systems, and show the mental fortitude required for professional hockey. Some players thrive in these environments, while others crumble under the microscope. Here's my controversial take. Tournaments like these might actually hurt some prospects' development by putting too much emphasis on a small sample size of games. Are we really getting accurate evaluations? Or are we just watching who happens to have a good weekend? What do you think? Do rookie tournaments provide genuine insight into prospect development? Or do they create unnecessary pressure that could damage young players' confidence? Should teams put more weight on these showcase events or focus on longer-term development patterns? Share your thoughts below. I'm curious whether you agree with the current system or think there's a better way to evaluate tomorrow's NHL stars.